Partnering with the University of Illinois, the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity look to give the Rockford area higher internet speeds for those who can't afford it.
As part of the Broadband Equity, Access and Deployment Program, the DCEO Office of Broadband are on their tour around Illinois, listening to input about what each region says are their most urgent internet needs. A coordinator for broadband, Robbie McBeath, says faster internet speeds can generate a healthier economy for Illinois.
Having high-speed broadband to really drive economic development is something that's certainly on the radar for Illinois, and I think looking into the future that'll be part of the plan and part of the goal.